Hello, beautiful people. Carl here from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial.com for short, and it is that time of the week. 5 albums you must check out this week. We begin with Ontario's The Dirty Nil, who return in a raw and very honest mood on their fifth studio album, The Lash, out via Dine Alone Records. This album digs deeper in an introspective way. The Lash is The Dirty Nil in a bit of a mood, if I'm honest, a darker mood, where they aim to showcase a kind of back to basics mentality, simplified and focused, but as anthemic as ever. Trust me though, you can still have a lot of fun with this band, but they might just give you a bit more food for thought as you do this time around. The Dirty Nil are on fine form, and all the proof of that is in this album. It's my favourite thing by them.
And if I could show you the thing, you know I might just walk. No, things ain't going the way I thought they would.
To something a bit different now, as the brutal blackened death metal band Cordyceps are back with their sophomore record Hell Inside, out now via Unique Leader Records. And if you thought their debut album was savage, well, you're going to be left seeing stars once you hear this follow-up. An album that doesn't just beat you around the head with its aggressive intent, but an album that targets the most painful parts of the body and pulverizes, featuring 9 absolute beasts showcasing the most brutal of blackened death metal styles with added technicality. The 5-year wait for the final part of the Toad King trilogy is over. Goblin Smoker's The King's Eternal Throne is out now via APF Records. This record brings to the conclusion the Toad King trilogy, revealing the fate of the king, which was sealed back when he first encountered the Goblin Forest. Picking up where the last installment left off following the slaying of the ruling Toad class, the world is now covered in darkness, ruled over by the Toad King and his goblin masses. Darker and more horror-infused than ever, the story that Goblin Smoker has been telling over this immense trilogy reaches its epic conclusion here, and it's fair to say that the horrors of real life are having some effect on the music that the band creates. Years of experience, developing and growing as artists, and living life, it is no surprise that Goblin Smoker would lean into darker territories here, especially as the story's conclusion isn't a happy one. What it is, though, is potent, featuring 3 gargantuan efforts covered in thick layers of doom, delivering blackened lows and intense metal highs. It might sound like a short experience, but each track takes its toll on the mind, especially as immersion is guaranteed. Those who have been on the ride up to this point will delight in returning to the fantastical world of the Toad King. But even those new to the experience can find some value in this kind of storytelling. Next, we have Alpha Omega, the debut album of Hertfordshire heavy groovers Lowdown, out via Damage Records. Limber up those neck muscles, stretch the legs, and work out some of the kinks in your arms and shoulders, because you're going to need all of them and more while listening to this record. And you don't want to hurt yourself. Let Lowdown deliver the smackdown via a cacophony of heavy riffs, thick grooves, soaring melody, and punchy metal intensity. Finally, Long Island's False Gods are back with a new album titled Lost in Darkness and Distance. A really good example of how heaviness can be achieved using intelligent, strong structures, tones, and emotional rawness. It is traditionally heavy too, with the riffs, the drums, and the tone really adding that in, but it is far from extreme in speed or style, but manages to leave a strong, lasting impression. And, importantly, a lasting mark on your soul. There's our 5 albums that we think you should check out this week. You got any thoughts on what we talked about here, or your own recommendations? Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It does help us out. You can find us at gbhbl.com and across all social media platforms. And if you really want to give us a bit of extra support, please consider buying us a cup of coffee over on our coffee page. Thank you.